Okay, good morning once again.
Morning.
Welcome to the Elective ICT class. Okay, so Elective ICT, we'll be looking at information systems. You already know my name, Enimil Kweku Boateng. If you want to reach me, you use kwekuboateng38@gmail.com, or better still, you move to my website, enimil.000webhostapp.com. You move to contact me, and then you leave a message there as well. Whichever one you want to use, whether my direct mail or you move to my website, I will respond accordingly. So you don't have any problem reaching me. So information systems, that is what you're going to look at today. Okay, so by the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the term information system, discuss the types of information systems, discuss the media types used in presenting information, distinguish between manual and computerized information system, describe the attributes of a good information system, outline the processes or building blocks for development and presentation of information, and indicate the role of information in the society. I believe we are good to go.
Yes.
Okay, so like I said, if you want to ask a question, you raise your hand. I will see that. Richard, your hand is up. Okay, then you lower it. If it is just lower it, go through the same procedure. You see lower hand, and then you lower it. We should be monitoring our chat session too as well, because I'll be using it more often. If you can't hear anything, if you can't hear something, you just let me know, and then I'll go back to whatever you brought to my attention. So please be using the chat room, and then the hand feature on Zoom, I'll respond accordingly, like I said. So, information systems. This is going to be an interaction class. Yes, of course, I have to let you know certain things, but you also have to let me know certain things. If not for anything, you are elective ICT students, you have Google at your disposal. So if there's something that you don't understand, you quickly ask Google, and then Google will give you the information. You're not too sure about that, you come to me, and then we'll discuss it and then narrow the solution. Because with Google, we are going to get a whole lot of solutions, and we'll narrow the one that is best for you. So information systems, you are seeing my slides, and I don't want you to give me the exact thing I have there. I want you to come up with your own. Let me know how you understand information systems. So when you talk about information systems, how do you understand it? What comes to your head? How do you get it? Richard. Yeah, oh yes, Richard. Richard, you are listening to your information system. How do you understand it?
So I understand information system as a procedure through which information is distributed.
Okay, so you understand your information system to be a procedure through which information is distributed. Victor?
I understand that it's a combination of a system to supply information for decision making.
So come again.
So it is a combination of systems to provide information for decision making.
So yeah, a combination of systems to provide information for decision making. Bye.
Okay. It is the combination of various systems to help in decision making.
It is a combination of various
Systems to help in decision making.
to help in decision making. Okay, Eugene.
The information system
We can hear you. Go ahead.
it is like used to like something used for interactions with technology, something like that.
Okay, Double Prince.
It is a collection of a set of components that are related, which works together to collect, process, store, and retrieve data, and also helps in decision making.
Okay, last man, Victor.
Yeah, I spoke.
You've already spoken.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So,
Donate.
okay, Donate.
Okay, so information system is a set of components that work together to collect, store, and retrieve data for future use.
Okay, all right. So all the answers you've given are not wrong because one way or the other they have something to do with information system. So we are looking at the information system as a interrelated component working together to collect, to process, to store, to retrieve, and provide information for decision making. We are looking at information system as a set of interrelated components. Interrelated here means that the components have to have something to do with each other. Are we here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they have to have something to do with each other so that they can work together to collect, to process, store, retrieve, and then provide information for decision making. So let's say you need an information on COVID-19. You need an information on COVID-19. You ought to have a system that can help you collect whatever data you need on COVID-19, process these data, then you should have a place to store these data, and then retrieve. Mind you, you can only retrieve a data that has been what? Stored or saved. So after storing or saving this data, you retrieve. Immediately you retrieve, you provide what? Information. And then every information provided has to be decided on. So when you take a clear case of the COVID-19 going on, you see that we have people, they normally call them, or they call them contact tracers. So they go out there with a little bit of information that they have from infected people, and then they do contact tracing. So with the contact tracing, they gather all these people who came into contact with an infected person, take their samples, that is the collect. They take their samples, they collect their samples, then they take their samples to the lab, they process these samples. After processing these samples, they store them, because when you process a sample, or when you process something, you can't just go out and then give out the information of whatever you've processed. You have to store, run some analysis on the samples or whatever data you have processed. Make sure that it makes sense before you retrieve it, and then give out whatever information or whatever you had from the samples you collected, you process, and then you store. So it is very important that when you are defining information system, or you are looking at information system, you bring in the collect, the process, the store, then retrieve, and then finally provide information for decision making. It is very important also that you add decision making, because you give information out for decision making. So with the COVID-19 information, for instance, you are being told that we have ABCD number of cases. You are being told that we have ABCD number of recoveries. And we are being told that we have ABCD number of people who unfortunately have died. When you are being given this information, it is up to you to make a decision. So if you are being told that, for instance, we have 1,000 cases, for instance, it's not accurate. We have 1,000 cases, and you have this information, it is up to you to make a decision. So what decision are you going to make? Either to go out wearing a nose mask, or to be in your room without going anywhere. Whichever one you choose is a decision that you have made. Is it? So before you make this decision, you also have to understand it. So you have to understand what is going on before you make a decision. So they went out there to collect the samples, process them, store them, retrieve them, and give the information up to us. They also took a decision. Mind you, they took a decision on how to disseminate that information to the public. They took a decision on how to release that information to the public. So at every stage in the information channel or information system processes, you take what? A decision after you've gone through all the processes, from collecting the data to processing it, to storing it, retrieving, and then finally disseminating the information. So it is very, very important that when defining information system, you look at these things. They don't work in isolation. It is very, very important. Okay, all right, so we now know what information system is. But that is not enough. You are elective ICT students, so think of information systems as actual system, as in softwares, applications, apps that are working on computers. But before you understand it, you have to bring yourself into the business level, because these softwares that you'll be developing have been developed in a way to integrate with the operations or the happenings of the organization. So it is very important that you understand what happens at every level in an organization. Because if you understand this, then you can come up with a nice software that can work in that particular organization. So we have a lot of information systems, but for your level, we'll look at 6 major ones. These major ones actually run through to even tertiary, but tertiary, more will be added to this. So at your level, we'll just look at the 6 major ones that we have, and then you can see them. We have the transaction processing system, you have the management information system, you have the decision support system, and then you have the knowledge work system, you have the office automation system, and then you have the executive support system. So we'll quickly look at the transaction processing system. This is English. How do you understand transaction? Transaction processing system. This is English, purely English. Yeah, so by transaction processing system, how do you understand it?
It is a system that manages the day-to-day transaction of a business or personal life. For example, you you buying product from the market using MTM with the transaction processing system.
Okay, Richard.
So it means that it is used to record and manage the day-to-day transaction business of a company.
Okay, Eze.
It's a component that is used to record activities that are done daily in business institutions.
Okay. Noble.
There are systems that help record and manage daily businesses, their transactions.
Okay, Eugene.
It's a set of information that processes data transaction like in a database system.
Okay, you left out something. Donnie.
It monitors transaction and transactions.
Oh, okay, all right. Donnie.
Transaction processing system. It's a system by which organization
Okay, all right. Camillus, you're welcome. We just finished looking at what an information system is. I'll make the slides available to you on Google Classroom so that you can take it from there, whatever you missed, you get to make it up. All right, so with the transaction processing system, the answers you've given so far are not far from the correct or the actual answers or what the system actually do. With transaction processing system, and then I'm happy that almost all of you mentioned daily, so daily activities, and that is exactly what transaction processing system does. It monitors the daily operations of an entity, a business entity, or an organization. That is transaction. Transactions happen daily. So a transaction processing system is there to monitor the daily activities of an organization. So you are looking at an organization like the bank, or let's say Sonrise, for instance. Somebody comes in to make inquiries, admission inquiries, bring the doctor or the son, they first meet the secretaries. These are the people at the operational level. Operational here means that the basis where everything happens. Because before you are being admitted into Sonrise, you have to make sure that you've gone through some protocols. If you need to write an entrance exams, you have to do that. And all these things are the operational level, the basics of the business, the operational level. They interface with people who come into the organization daily to make inquiries, to have some discussions, whatever they are in to do. So those are the operational level. Those are the very basic of the organization that normally, or most often than not, we don't respect. They use this type of what? System. They use this type of system, the transaction processing system, to monitor transactions, records transactions, everything that happened on that day. Is it clear? Everything that happened on that day. So that is transaction processing system. You can look at any organization, and then any organization on this earth has this. Because before you move to that organization, you really have to meet some people on the ground. And those on the ground are those we call the operational users or the operational workers. They see to it that people who come in, that's customers, potential customers, who come in to discuss issues, bring in and make inquiries, make demands, and all of that. They see to it that these things are being worked on, their demands, their requests, the things that they are in to ask for are being worked on, processed, and then move to the next level. So look at the next level, but the basics of all is the transaction processing system, and then it is used by those at the operational level. Are we clear? Okay, so the next one, we'll look at the, yeah, you want to ask a question? Is it a question? Is it a question? Okay, I don't think it's a question. So we'll look at the next one. And the next one I'll be looking at is a knowledge work system. Or before that, let's look at the office automation system. Let's look at the office automation system. So what comes to mind when you hear office automation system? Yes, Donnie? Donnie, you've muted yourself. We can't hear you. Okay, unmute. It's okay. You can talk. No, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Office is a set of things.
Okay, let me skip you and then go to a different person.
No idea.
Yeah, I can see it from your face that you don't have any idea actually. Novo, office automation system.
Automation system helps in doing office work like document preparation and checking of information.
Okay, Victor, I see your hand up.
Yeah, office automation system. There are systems that manage office documents.
There are systems that manage office what? Documents.
Documents.
Yes, there are systems that manages systems that manage office documents, and it is very correct. Though we have some office automation systems that do more than just managing office documents, but the underlying structure of every office automation system is to be able to manage documents. So they process, they store, they transmit. Transmit here is sending. They send office messages electronically to those that matter in the organization. So that is it. But you see, in a very good structured organization, you have all these processes divided, having staff working on all of these divided system. But in a clumsy or in a organization, there are some organizations here in Ghana, you have a system which needs a lot of people working on it separately. You have two or more people just working on that same system at the same time. So you have a system doing the transaction, and that same system doing the office automation work that is supposed to be done at a different level. So yes, but in a typical organization, a well-structured organization, you have a system taking care of transactions, you have a system doing the automation there, and then when you move to the next level, that's the knowledge work system, you have that also in place doing its own work. But this is a big system, mostly enterprise systems built together, and then you have individuals working on them. Are we here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you look at an office automation system as systems that they transmit documents, they store, they process, they save, they transmit documents. It aids in communication as well. These systems aids in communication. It is very crucial. And then it gives support to those at the knowledge level, because the knowledge level, mind you, we'll look at the knowledge level, but the knowledge level, those there are more or less experts. So they need accurate information being transmitted to them, and then based on that, they will use their knowledge to also pass on whatever they know to the next level. So you have to know this. The transaction processing system takes the daily account of everything that happens in the organization, and then office automation system, after the transaction and everything is done, forwards everything that needs to be done to the appropriate quarters, most likely to the knowledge users. Then at the knowledge level, these are experts working. They also look at the data from the transaction processing system, and then what the office automation system has been sent to them, and then they add their knowledge to make to come up with a good decision. Are we here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's move to the knowledge level. So with the knowledge level, I wouldn't ask you, I'll just go straight into it because I have already set the tone. So knowledge work system, they are specialized system built to promote the creation of knowledge and to make sure that knowledge and technical skills are proper integrated into business. It helps the knowledge workers in creating and propagating new information and knowledge by providing them the graphics, analytical, communications, and document management tools. The knowledge workers also need to search for knowledge outside the organization. Yes, of course, you can't always base on the data coming from your organization. In as much as it is accurate because it is coming from your organization, you also need to look for knowledge elsewhere outside the organization to be able to come up with a decision. So it is always critical for the knowledge work people using the knowledge work system. They always go outside, and of course, as a human being, you always have to compare sources, and so that you know that you are bringing out or you are churning out good information. Because if you give out bad information and then people act upon the information given, the consequences become bad, and we know what happens from bad decision making. So you would want to make sure that whatever information you are giving to the public is well considered, is well structured, and then well thought through. It is very, very important that we know this, and then we do this as we go through information systems. So we are looking at some systems like the CAD, that's a computer-aided design. We are looking at virtual reality system, and then we are looking at financial workstations. Financial workstations. Any question at this point? Any question at this point? So in the absence of questions, mute your voices. I can mute your microphone. I can hear some background noise. So those who haven't muted their microphone should do that. Okay, so moving from knowledge work system, we'll then quickly go to management information systems. Management information system. The name of this system alone should let you know what it does, and then it is very, very crucial in any organization that you have a good management information system. And then I'm sure by now you have come in contact with a lot of management information systems because they are common, they are very prevalent, and you see it in any well-structured organization. Even the less structured organizations, they still use management information systems. So it is something that you will always come into contact with. You will probably use some of them. You would use the client part of it. It's prevalent, like I said, so you would see it. If you haven't seen it now, you definitely come across some. So what is a management information system? Looking at the name, it's they are developed to support planning, controlling, and the decision-making functions of middle managers. So with the transaction processing system, they are used at those at the operational level. Prince, your hand is up.
Since I was about to answer the question for the management.
Okay, all right. I think I've taken the lead, so we can continue. So with the management information systems, they are developed to support planning, controlling, and decision-making of middle managers. So I was using the transaction processing system to explain before Prince raised the hand. So you see, with the transaction processing system, they are used by those at the operational level, the very low of them. So let's say Lecture Mall. If you don't know Lecture Mall, any mall that you know, West Hills, Accra Mall. When you move to Accra Mall to do a shopping, not those who have been going to do window shopping, no. Take pictures and then be disturbing us on Facebook and WhatsApp and Twitter. No. We are talking about those of us who go there to shop. Those of us who are rich and go there to shop, not you people. So when you go there to shop, you move there, you walk through the items well positioned, and then you finally get what you want to buy. When you pick these items, you have a troller or a basket. So if you are buying something less, you pick the basket, you shop into the basket, then you move to an agent, more or less called a cashier. You move to this person will then count everything in the basket, probably move it onto his or her table or a small counter that they have, count whatever you bought. So they have this barcode reader, because some of the items have barcodes on them. They have this barcode reader scanner that they placed on the barcode, and then it picks the item and the price. So depending on the number of same items that you bought, they just do the multiplication and then it goes. But they have a system that is taking records of all these things, and these things are daily. That's a transaction processing system. So those people, the workers there that you see, that they take the items, they record, they take your money, and then they give you change. These people are the operational users. They are the users at the operational level. The very basics of the organization. They are the ones there. And then after that, they have the office automation system. These are people in the offices, not necessarily the big men. You can look at such people or such persons as the secretaries to the big men. Well, they work on documents that comes into the organization. After working on the document, then they transmit the document. They send the document electronically to the people that matter. You see, at a different level. So the knowledge workers come in using the knowledge work system. This knowledge, because they are experts, they need expert devices or expert systems, and then other knowledge outside to help them to make a critical decision. But if I want to give you a good ladder, I'll skip the knowledge work system, and then from the office automation system. So after the transaction processing system is done, those in the offices, they pick whatever that happened that day, work on it, and then transmit it to those who matter. That is the management information system. So those there, the middle managers, it's very critical. For management information system, it's very, very critical. So they take the data from the transaction processing system, and then they make some sort of decision management. They have to manage whatever that is happening, like everything that happened on that day. So let's say I walk into a shop again to get a cornflakes, to get some milk, and then I found out that there's no cornflakes, there's no milk. I will quickly lodge a complaint to those at the operational level there, tell them that, oh, they don't have milks and cornflakes on the counter, so they should be mindful of that, and then restock the place with milk and then cornflakes. They won't be there and say that we are working and we know that we don't have cornflakes and milk, so we'll go and buy. No, they will channel my grievances or my concern to those up there. Are we here? To those up there. So those up there who take decisions that affect those down there will now look at it and say that, oh, okay, so we are having this number of records from the transaction processing system. We know that in a day, more people buy these particular items than these items, and then we have limited money, more or less. So let us go in for these items that more people do buy than this one. So with the management information system, it manages everything that happens in the organization. It knows the number of people that are being employed. If it is a shop, like a mall, it knows the items that are there, the ones that are usually purchased, the ones that are less purchased, the ones that needs to be restocked, the ones that will be expired in a moment, and all of that. So when the grievances come, those there working at the management level will look at that, look at what they have, look at what is in short supply, and then take a critical decision as to which one they should go get first and which one they can get later, which one is being patronized or purchased more often, and which one is being less purchased, which one will be expiring, and all of that, the management level, it is very, very critical. So we have management information system for organizations, for the human resource department to know their workers, those who will be going on leave, those who apply for leave, those who are due for promotion, those a whole lot. That is the management information system. When you move to the hospitals also have their information system. They look at patients on admission, those who are due for discharge, those who, their cases, their bills, how much they're supposed to pay, everything that is needed to manage the hospital. So for management information systems, they are very critical and are needed in any organization. And like I said, it is common, so it is likely that you've come across some of them. So from the management information system, we'll look at the decision support system. And then this is very clear, looking at its name, decision support system. This is a system that supports decision making. But with decision support system, it is interactive. It is very interactive, and then it supports whatever you have from the management information system. So you are likely to have graphs, like you are likely to have images kind of thing, pointing, telling you that, okay, with the records from the management information system, if I map conflicts to a number of people who comes into the shop daily and then request for conflicts, I think that that number is high looking at the management information system. So if it is possible for us to get conflicts at the expense of sugar, it will be good because we know that more people will come in to buy conflicts and then we are going to get our monies at the end of the day. So the decision support system needs this from the management information system to be able to make critical decisions in an organization. Are we here? So a decision support system in a bank, for example, enables a manager to analyze the changing trends in deposits and loans in order to ascertain the yearly targets. So to support such decisions, they use information generated by the office automation system and transaction processing system. Financial planning systems and medical diagnosis systems are examples of decision support system. Yeah, so those are the medical level, those in the hospitals, the doctors, those who do the critical surgeries and all of that, they need these things to help them to make a decision. This is life and death. So you ought to have a system to buttress or to add up to the knowledge that you already know to give you a sure fit going forward, knowing that whatever surgery you are going to conduct, whatever cure you are administering to the patients, it is in the right direction, and then it wouldn't go a long way and to a long way in harming the patients. So we need decision support systems to help us collaborate the existing knowledge that we know to some extent, and then give us a good assurance that whatever decision you're going to take at the end of the day is absolute. So from the management information system, then we have the last one for this one, which is the ESS, that is the Executive Support System. The Executive Support System. So with the Executive Support System, or the Executive Support System, it is at the top level of an organization. So you look at this one, look at this, the pyramid here, you can see that starting from here, you have the transaction processing system. They are the basics, the operational level. They are working on the basics. Then you have the office automation system, you have the knowledge work system, you have the management information system, and then you have the decision support system. Then you move to the top, you are seeing the ESS there, which is the executive support system. So judging from this diagram image that you have here, you could tell that the executive support system, those are at that level are the people at the apex of the organization. Just that at every level, some sort of decisions are being taken, but they take decisions that can make and then unmake the company or the organization. At every level, some sort of decisions are being taken. If you come to me, if I'm at the operational level and you come to me that, there is no milk, I'll tell you that, okay, go and then maybe come tomorrow or the next day. If I tell you that, it means that I've taken a decision. So at every level, some sort of decisions are taken. But those people, those who really take the decisions that affect or can make and then unmake the company are the people at the very top level, and they are the executive users of the executive support system. They don't have time because of the nature of their work. They don't have time to look at the details from the transaction processing system, the ones that those in the offices have worked on using the office automation system, what the knowledge people have said. They don't have time to go and look at the management information system and then read meanings into it. And then the decision support system, which will help, which helps or complements the management information system to help those at that level to make it. They don't have time to go through all these channels. They are big men. Is it like admin Sonrise? He doesn't have time to go through the basics. What he knows is that somebody has come to make an inquiry, has picked an admission form, submitted, paid. If he or she is supposed to write an entrance exam, that person have done it. And then go through the different level, paying of fees, getting the school uniform and everything. Admin don't have time to be going through, no. Admin don't have that time. So you should have a system that will work on all these things. So the final one will move to admin. So admin will be dealing with something like the results of the person, not admin organizing exams for the person. No, that should be done at the transaction level. Admin will now be looking at the results of the person, whether the person fits in his school or not. Those at the management level, looking at the person's results, can say that, oh, okay, he said he wanted to do science. Let's give him science. But admin can look at everything at the end of the day, everything that will be sent to him and see that, no, this result that this person had, science would be too much on him. So let's give him general arts, a strong general arts. I think that would be okay for him. And that is all. That is all. So admin will need executive support system to do this. And then when he takes the decision, it's final because he is at the apex of all. But before it gets to him, some decisions will be taken along the way before everything finally goes to him. And then he would consent or unconsent to some of the decisions that have been taken. It is very, very critical. So those at the executive level, they don't have time to go through. So the things that comes to them are in the finite, the very finished form. You see, the final form of everything that has been done from the transaction processing system up to that level. You have the chart, the graphs. So that system supports the charts, the graphs, and then everything that is needed to reach that level. So they will just look at it at a glance and say that, oh, okay, so there's a chart here. The chart indicates that in January or in September, that we have more admissions. This bar chart, this histogram, this, what's the name of the other one? The one, statistics.
Pie chart.
Pie chart, thank you. Pie chart. So he looks at all these and then comes out with what? A decision. So the executive people, they don't have time. How many times do you see admin in school? You see, he has other things that he's supposed to run. So they have a system that will filter, that will put up the charts and everything. So you just have to look at the graphics of it and then say that, oh, okay, oh, fine, that's okay. Looking at this and this and that, I take a decision that A, B, C, D should happen. And it ends there. It doesn't mean that he doesn't consult. He will consult. He would offer that people bring in their suggestion, input, and everything. But at the end of the day, everything lies with him. Whatever he says then becomes final. So yeah. So to make effective decisions, they use summarized internal data from the management information system and then the decision support system, as well as data from external sources. They filter, compress, and track data of high importance and make it available to the strategic level managers. Executive support systems help to monitor performance, track activities of competitors, identify opportunities, and then forecast trends. Executive support system. So this is something more on information, types of information system. Types of information system. Are we good to go or you have concerns? Unmute and tell me, are we good to go or you have concerns?
Yeah, good to go.
We are
At that time.
Okay, we are good to go, right?
Yes, yes. Data.
No, don't worry. Now,
Mine is even finished.
Mute. I'll find a way to give you something small. So mute yourself and let's go.
yes, sir.
Okay, so let's look at the media types used in presenting information. We'll quickly look at this and look at one last one and then close close for today, and then we'll look at maybe in the course of the week coming back to finishing it. So media type used in presenting information. Information are being presented after going through the collect, the process, the store, the retrieve, and then finally in providing information, you have to provide information in a certain way. is it whichever way you provide the information, you are using the media type. So you are looking at the media types used in presenting what? Information. And then you have to know the type of information you are presenting and the media type to use. It is very critical. It is very, very, very critical. So if you have information to present and then it's full of graphics, images, and all of that, of course, you know, we have the graphic images and all of that. And then we have some information that are being given via what? Sound. So these are the types that are used in presenting information. And then you can combine all of these types to give you what? Quality information. So we can give information via text by just writing and then reading for the person. Or you can give information. So this is what I'm talking of. Or you can give information not necessarily by text. So you can combine all this to have a quality information. So you can give information by text. So what you see here, this one is information by what? Text. So everything that you have on this slide is information by text. It's letting you know what I'm teaching and then you understanding it. All these things that you have there are information by what? Text. And then when you move to the other slide, I can also give you information based on what? Only graphic images. And then you have to make meaning of it. So the executive support system, for instance, they give information based on what? Graphic what? Images. And then they design the graphics work that you read, the flyers and that you read. They provide information. And these are graphic images letting you know what you're supposed to do. And then we have a media type like sound that also helps in disseminating information. So I'm teaching you combining the text, graphics, and sound and giving you information. And then we have animation. So you look at animation as these cartoons that we have with the voice overlay on them, trying to let us know what you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do. We have a lot of them on our airwaves, TV stations, and all of that. So we can use that one also in providing information. And these are being done by the communication designers. They use this to let us know what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And we have videos. So you can have videos with human beings, not cartoons, physical people, human beings, and then presenting information. So when you watch your television, you see people, the nurses, the doctors, coming out to say that COVID-19 is real. We should wash our hands and with soap and running water. You see them, they talk, you hear them. So they come videos, sound, you see them talking. And then we have on that same TV, we have animation, cartoon kind of, with sound overlay and letting us know what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And then on our airwaves, we have the sound being played, telling us what we are supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And then you have the graphic images. The graphic designers design these graphic images, pointing out, you see that one step, one, the soap is there, two, somebody rubbing the soap on his or her palm, three, you see the water, a tap flowing, and then four, all these are graphic images, so you don't have text. The images are being used to present the information. Four, you see somebody, the water flowing, and somebody stand under the water trying to wash the hand. And then five, you see after the person washing the hand, he or she goes for towel and then clean. All these they do using graphic images without necessarily having to add text. And then we have some that are only in a textual form. So these are the media types used in presenting information. So it depends on the person you're presenting the information to and the media type you want to use. So if you're presenting information to a kid or children, you would like to go for animation, because animation will make them happy seeing the cartoon talking, and they are likely to grasp whatever you are telling them. If you are dealing with adults, a video will do, or text, or a combination of all this can also help you in presenting information. So since you are complaining of data and telling me that your data is about to finish, I think I would end here and then ask you if you have any questions? If you don't have, then we'll close. But if you do, then I'll answer them. So any questions? Unmute yourself, unmute yourself.
No question.
No question? Yes, let me hear all of you. No questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So in the absence of questions, thank you. In the absence of questions, thank you all for. Yeah, so I'm wrapping up. I'm just letting you know that we'll meet same time, God willing, next week. And then you just have to prepare. I'll make the slides available for you. So you just have to prepare and then wait for me. I join, we'll continue. I'll be asking questions. We'll be answering questions, quizzes and assignments in Google Classroom as well. So I'll entreat all of you to use your time judiciously and then put in your maximum effort to become better persons in life. So I wish you well as you charge your phones and then get ready for the next class. Have a nice day. Bye.